How to form an LLC in Wisconsin. When starting a new company, choosing a business entity is one of the most important decisions that you make. For most businesses with more than one founding member, forming an LLC is often the best option. Before we begin, let's quickly define what an LLC is. An LLC stands for Limited Liability Company and is an uncomplicated business structure that gives business owners legal protection by separating personal assets from business debts. However, creating an LLC can get complicated depending on where you're based, as the process differs from state to state. To avoid any missteps, follow along as we show you how to form an LLC in Wisconsin. The first step in forming an LLC is to select a name. Wisconsin has two naming guidelines. 1. Your LLC's name must contain one of the following phrases or abbreviations: Limited Liability Company, Limited Company, LLC, or LLC. 2. Your LLC's name must be distinguishable from the names of existing businesses on file with the Wisconsin Department of Financial Institutions. After selecting a name for your LLC, you can reserve it with the Department of Financial Institutions. To do this, first, make sure your chosen business name is available in Wisconsin by performing a business name search. 2. Then file a name reservation application with the Department of Financial Institutions by mail to reserve a name for up to 120 days. Note that reserving a name has a fee. Check the description below for more details. Step 2. Designate a registered agent. Like most U.S. states, forming an LLC in Wisconsin requires appointing a registered agent service. A registered agent is an individual or a company that acts as your official point of contact in the state to receive legal documents, service of process, and other official communications from the state. It is their job to forward these documents and communications to your LLC in a timely manner. A registered agent also helps save time mailing documents and keeps your address and other personal information private. Your registered agent must meet the following requirements. 1. Must be a state resident with a street address in Wisconsin. 2. Have a business office in Wisconsin if located out of state. Check out the description below for recommended registered agent services that can guide you through this entire process. Step 3. File Articles of Organization. An LLC is officially formed in Wisconsin by filing Articles of Organization with the Department of Financial Institutions. The Articles of Organization must provide the following details: LLC's name, email address and phone number, registered agent name and mailing address, LLC organizers' names and addresses, whether the LLC is member-managed or manager-managed, the name of the individual that drafted the articles, the signature of an LLC organizer. You can file online or by mail. Note that there is a fee. Check the description below for more details. Next is to create an operating agreement. An operating agreement does the following: describes your business structure, establishes the individual responsibilities and obligations of your LLC members, details how the LLC will be run. Although Wisconsin doesn't require one, an operating agreement clarifies the specific duties of its members, which may help your LLC avoid significant legal and operational difficulties. Step 5. Get an EIN. Before your company is ready to start doing business, you must obtain an IRS Employer Identification Number, EIN, by applying on the IRS website. The 9-digit EIN is like a social security number for a business and is necessary for things like paying income tax, filing tax returns, opening a business bank account. You can apply for an EIN on the IRS website. Finally, make sure to complete all additional legal requirements. File an annual report. The annual report is due in the quarter of the year that includes the anniversary month of the LLC's organization. For example, if an LLC was formed on February 16, it must file its annual report during quarter 1 each year. The annual report must be filed online. Register with the Wisconsin Department of Revenue. Wisconsin LLCs that have permanent employees or collect sales tax on retail goods must register with the Wisconsin Department of Revenue to fulfill tax obligations. Acquire additional licenses. Some LLCs in Wisconsin may be required to get additional state or local licenses depending on their type of business. Check out the Wisconsin Department of Safety and Professional Services website for information on state-issued licenses and permits. To learn more about local requirements, contact a county or city clerk in your area. So, to sum it up, how to form an LLC in Wisconsin. 1. Select a name. 2. Designate a registered agent. 3. File Articles of Organization. 4. Create an operating agreement. 5. Obtain an employer identification number. 6. Fulfill your legal obligations, particularly relating to annual reports, registering with the Department of Revenue, and applying for any additional licenses you may need. By following these steps, you can form an LLC in Wisconsin. All the websites mentioned earlier are located in the description below and a link to a guide. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos answering your questions to all things LLC.